What's up, Raider Nation? The sun's heating up in Vegas, but let me tell you something. It's not just the weather that's getting spicy out here. The final day of Raiders OTAs wrapped up on June 5th, and there's a lot, and I mean a lot, to talk about. This is the time of year where hype builds fast, narratives start to form, and you can't help but get a little excited, even though we all know it's still just helmets, shorts, and walkthroughs. But listen, if you've been around long enough, you know that effort matters. Vibes matter. And who's showing up and standing out right now? That matters too. So what we're going to do today is go through the biggest winners and a few losers of OTAs for the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm not here to drag anyone through the mud. I'm not going to spend 10 minutes trashing some dude who's fighting to keep his dream alive. That's not what we're doing here. The focus today is really going to be about those guys who stood out in a big way. Players who grabbed the attention of coaches, media, and fans. The guys who walked onto the field like they had something to prove and backed it up. Now, this is all setting the stage for mandatory minicamp, which kicks off on June 10th. So if you're watching this video before that, first of all, shout out to you. You're a real one. Second, think of this as a preview for who's already separating themselves from the pack. And trust me, there are some names you're going to want to remember. There are a couple rookies showing up big, a few veterans making strong returns, and even a few surprises who might just earn themselves a bigger role than anyone expected. And before we dive in, I gotta say, I'm doing this during my wedding week. That's right. I'm getting married on Friday, but the commitment to Raider Nation, it doesn't stop. We're dropping videos every single day this week. Friday, wedding day, still getting a video. Saturday, honeymoon vibes, still getting a video. That's how we do it here. So do me a favor, hit that subscribe button if you appreciate that hustle. Join the nation officially and ride with us through the whole season. All right, let's talk ball. Let's talk about the offense first. And I got to start by saying this year, things feel different. There's a different energy around this team. It's not just about trying to rebuild or retool. This feels like a squad that knows it has talent and is trying to figure out how to put it all together. And the biggest standout on offense, well, I'll get to that. But let me work my way up. One name that's been turning heads already, Michael Mayer. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. We drafted Brock Bowers. Tight end room is already loaded. But listen, don't sleep on Mayer. This kid has been showing up to practice like a man on a mission. And from what I'm hearing, the coaching staff loves how he's approached the offseason. He's not sulking. He's not backing down. He's working. And the way Chip Kelly has started to implement him into the offense, it's creative. It's different. They're not just lining him up as a traditional inline tight end. They're getting him in motion, splitting him out wide, putting him in positions to succeed. And what's crazy is it looks like he's responding in a big way. You can tell he wants it. You can tell he's got that competitive fire, and I really think we're going to see a tight end duo in Vegas that could be very hard to stop. Think Gronk and Hernandez back in the day, minus the drama. Mayer's blocking has improved, his route running is sharper, and he's moving with a lot more confidence. So if you're sleeping on Michael Mayer just because of the Brock Bowers hype, wake up. Another dude who's making noise is Trey Tucker. Now, I'll be honest, I was a little skeptical last year. There were moments when he flashed, but the consistency wasn't there. This offseason, he's taken a step, maybe two. He's still got that elite speed. Dude can absolutely fly, but it's more than that now. The route running looks tighter. He's getting separation on a consistent basis. He's trying to be in Geno Smith's hip pocket 24/7, asking questions, studying, putting in the extra work. That matters. And yeah, blocking isn't exactly a huge deal in OTAs. You're not in pads. You're not driving dudes into the turf, but Tucker's attitude is what stands out. You can tell he wants to block. He wants to compete. He wants to earn his spot, and that kind of hunger. That's exactly what you want in a young receiver. Plus, the presence of guys like Dante Thornton Jr., Jack Beck, and Tommy Mellott. It's pushing everyone to be better. That wide receiver room is young, fast, and full of competition. And Tucker looks like he's trying to rise above all of it. Speaking of Geno Smith, let's talk about the quarterback for a minute. I'll admit there have been a couple practices where he's thrown a pick or two. It hasn't been perfect, but overall, I'm actually really encouraged by what we're seeing. The accuracy has been there. The leadership has been there. Teammates are responding to him. He's got a calm, steady presence on the field, and when you listen to the coaching staff talk about him, you can tell they respect the way he's handling things. Pete Carroll even called him elite. Now, I'm not sure I'm ready to go that far just yet, but can he be elite? Yeah, I think he can. If the offensive line holds up, and if the young weapons continue to develop, Geno has a real chance to silence a lot of doubters this season. And it helps that the offensive line is starting to come together. Alex Kappa is locked down at right guard spot. DJ Glaze is looking like the real deal at right tackle. There's still some competition at left guard, but Caleb Rogers is showing some serious versatility. The coaches love that. And the more continuity this line can develop over the summer, the better chance this offense has of taking a real step forward. But let me go back to wide receiver for a minute, because the guy that's been still in the air show might just be Dante Thornton Jr. Man, let me tell you, this dude looks like he was built in a lab. Size, speed, length, athleticism, he's got it all. And the best part, his route tree is way more developed than people thought coming out of Tennessee. I mean, if you watched him back at Oregon, you probably knew the talent was there, but he's starting to put it all together now. The reports coming out of practice, coaches are saying he looks like a future star. He's been getting open at will, high pointing the ball, making contested catches. It's all there. And if he can stretch the field consistently, that's going to open up the entire offense, especially for the next guy I'm about to talk about. Because listen, the #1 winner of OTAs, offensively speaking, is Ashton Jeanty. Hands down, not even close. And to be honest, I kind of saw this coming. You don't draft a guy like Jeanty in the first round unless you believe he's going to be the centerpiece of your offense. And so far, he looks exactly like what the Raiders hoped he'd be. Fast, physical, smart. He's got all the tools. And maybe more importantly, he's already showing leadership traits. You don't always hear that about rookies, but with Jeanty, you hear things like humble, focused, professional. That's rare. And that's special. Everything this team has done offensively this offseason, from bringing in Geno to beefing up the O-line to adding guys who can stretch the field, it's all designed to take pressure off Jeanty and allow him to thrive. He's not just a one-cut-and-go guy. He's showing patience, vision, and the ability to catch the ball out of the backfield. This kid is going to be dangerous. I'm calling it right now. Jeanty is a legitimate offensive rookie of the year candidate. Yeah, I said it. Now look, we'll get to the defensive side in just a minute, but I want to throw out a few more honorable mentions on offense, because there's been some solid performances that deserve a little spotlight. Jacoby Myers, this dude is just a pro. No contract extension yet, and he's still showing up, still doing the work, still being a leader. That's the kind of guy you reward. I'd love to see the front office take care of him sooner rather than later. Another guy worth mentioning is Jack Beck. Super underrated pickup. Dude is reliable, gritty, and he's already making some noise. I wouldn't be surprised if he sneaks onto the final roster and earns a real role. He's got that underdog energy, and the staff loves him. All right, so that wraps up the offensive side of the winners from OTAs. But don't go anywhere, because coming up, we're diving into the defensive side of the ball. And let me tell you right now, the biggest overall winner from OTAs, he's a defender. And I'll tell you who it is right after the break. All right, Raider Nation, let's keep this rolling, because we're about to get into the real heart of the defense. The guys who have stepped up the most during these OTAs, and the ones who could completely change the way this team plays this year. If you thought the first part was fire, just wait. This next section is where it gets even more interesting. So, we talked about Max Crosby, Tommy Eichenberg, Jeremy Chin, all guys making noise and showing they're ready to take their game to the next level. But the top 2 defensive winners, man, these dudes are absolutely killing it right now and have the potential to be the backbone of this defense. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy, drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers are swirling around the Raiders camp as Pete Carroll, the team's head coach, reportedly expressed some surprise and even concern over the technical level of one of his own players, Shedrick Jackson. According to insiders close to the team, Carroll's comments have sparked a quiet buzz among fans and analysts alike, opening the door to speculation about Jackson's future with the Raiders. The rumor mill suggests that Carroll, a seasoned coach known for his high standards and sharp eye for talent, was caught off guard by what he perceived as a surprising lack of technical skill from Jackson, a player who has shown flashes of potential in past performances. Sources hint that Carroll's reaction was not just a casual observation, but a significant signal that the coaching staff might be reevaluating Jackson's role in upcoming games. This unexpected critique from Carroll has left many wondering if Shedrick Jackson could face increased competition for his position or even risk losing his spot on the roster. The Raiders, eager to strengthen their lineup and compete at the highest level, may now be looking to shake things up, especially if Jackson doesn't show market improvement soon. Fans have taken to social media, speculating wildly about the implications. Some suggest that Carroll's remarks might be a strategic move to light a fire under Jackson, pushing him to elevate his game. Others, however, fear it could indicate deeper issues in Jackson's development or fit within the team system. Adding fuel to the fire, insiders whisper that the coaching staff has been closely monitoring Jackson's practice sessions, analyzing every move with a critical eye. The murmurs hint at possible plans to bring in new talent or shift existing players around to compensate if Jackson's technical shortcomings continue. While nothing is confirmed, and the Raiders have remained tight-lipped on the matter, the air of uncertainty surrounding Shedrick Jackson's standing within the team is undeniable. Whether this is merely a bump in the road for the young player or a sign of bigger changes ahead remains to be seen. But one thing is clear, the Raiders locker room is buzzing, and fans should keep an eye on how this story unfolds in the coming weeks. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.